Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. So today I'm going to be doing something that I have been wanting to do for a while, and I've been getting a lot of people asking me over a very long period of time to do this look, and I'm very excited about it because for the longest time I really wanted to do it, but I wasn't sure if I had everything I needed, and now that I have sort of collected things over time, I think I can do this now. So from the title of this video, you can probably tell that I am going to be doing a full face of makeup using only affordable makeup products. Now these are products that can be found either at Target, in the affordable section of Ulta, anything like that. So those are going to be the types of products that I'm using today. I know a lot of people are like, there's a lot of great makeup products out there that are more high-end, but we want to see some that are more like drugstore products. So that is what I'm going to be doing today, and I'm very excited about it. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is brows. That is always the first step of my makeup routine. And so today I'm going to be using the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil. I have used this before. It was so funny, I was thinking about this video the other day and I was like, you know, I really should do a YouTube video with using affordable makeup products. And I was like, well, I don't know if I have everything that I would need to do a full face of makeup with that. Like, that's a lot of stuff. And if I was to go and buy all this at one time, it would still be a lot of money. So I was like, like, I don't know if I can do that yet. And then I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, well, let's see what I have that I could do this with. And I was like, okay, well, I have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and then I have, you know, I was going through my checklist, and I was like, oh, I do have everything I can use, so that's nice. So I was like, okay, cool, like I can finally do this video, which I really have been meaning to do for a while, because I know a lot of people have been wanting to see this kind of video, but I was always like, oh, well, like all the new makeup that I want to try is going to be high-end, because I've just always been more, you know, with everything that's advertised, at least on my Instagram page and stuff, so much of it is stuff that's sold in like Sephora and all that. So I was like, oh, you know, like I'll just get whatever comes out that's new, and 90% of the time that was all Sephora stuff, you know. So I was like, you know, I really should start focusing more on the drugstore products, which is funny because since we started quarantine, that is exactly what I've been doing. Like anytime we went to Target, because Ulta and Sephora were closed at the time, I was like, well, since I can only really get these products, like I should just focus on trying drugstore makeup for the moment, because I know there's some really good gems in here. And yeah, I'm really glad I was able to do that because it helps me get a lot of the stuff that I needed for this video. And this is actually a pretty good brow product. I don't usually try a lot of drugstore brow products because I'm always like, I mean, benefit, you know? But this is pretty good, not gonna lie. I feel like I do have to apply a little bit more pressure than when I use like the Benefit brow pencil, but honestly it still comes out pretty well and I don't really have any problems with it. So, and I think I match my color fairly well too, so. Okay, so before I set my brows, I don't have anything to set my brows with that is a drugstore product, so I will be using my normal Benefit stuff, but that's okay because the product I used to fill them in was still a drugstore product, so it's okay. So I'm going to clean up my underneath of my brow with a little bit of concealer. I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer in the shade Classic Ivory. So I'm just going to clean up the under part here a little bit. Okay, so really quick before we move on, I'm going to go in with the 3D Brow Tones from Benefit just to add some texture to my brows. I use the shade, I think this is the shade 3. Hope I'm right. Alright, and lastly with the brows, I'm just going to go in with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter so I can lock these in place, and then we can move on with our look. Also, if any of you guys know of any really good brow setting gel, even if it's like a tinted brow setting gel that's drugstore, let me know because I would definitely love to try that. Okay, so now we are officially done with the brows and we can move on to the eyes. Fortunately, which I'm very excited for, the eyes today are not going to take very long at all. So obviously the first thing we're going to do is prime the eyes, and because I don't have a drugstore eye primer, I'm just going to use a concealer. So again, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl True Blend concealer. Okay, so I'm going to take this on a Morphe M224 brush because it is a nice flat brush. And I'm just going to put this on here and apply it all over my eye. And the reason that I'm doing this is just so that whatever I put on top of my eyes pops a little bit more, because even if something is super pigmented and like nice and vibrant, it never hurts to add some concealer, some primer, just to make sure that you can really notice it. Unfortunately, this is the part where you see how dead my under eyes look on a consistent basis, but we don't need to talk about that. So yeah, concealer is actually, oh my god, my under eyes. I just looked in the viewfinder and I'm like, oh my gosh, scary. Anyway, concealer is always a really good option for priming your eyes if you can't afford to get an eye primer or, you know, any of those things, because like Anastasia eye primer, or like the ones that I use, are more high-end, I guess you could say. They're not super expensive, but it's enough to where a lot of people don't want to spend that much on just an eye primer. So if you want to use concealer, that's totally fine. So going into, honestly, one of my favorite drugstore products that I've ever discovered. So this, I actually got a bunch of them. I have 4 of them sitting here right now. But I got the e.l.f. Oh my gosh, what is this even called? It doesn't say. Okay, so this is in the shade Ocean Eyes, but this is, hold on, maybe if I just hold it honestly at this point. So this is the e.l.f. Cosmetics liquid eyeshadows, and these are all glitter shadows. They don't have any matte ones yet, but that would be a really good idea, e.l.f., just in case you see this video. So they do have a bunch of shades. I have their Flirty Birdie, which is a rose gold shade, which is super pretty, very natural looking. I got their, what is this, 24 karat gold shade, which is a bright ass gold. It's really pretty, so I really like that one as well. And then I also got, let's see, what is this one, if I could read it, oh my gosh. Black Magic. This one's really cool looking, and I really want to try this for like a smoky eye look because it's a black glitter shadow, and I really want to try that. So yeah, I have a few, and then I also have a white one in here somewhere. It's called, I think it's called Disco Baby or something? Disco Queen, excuse me. So it's a really cute silvery, like multicolored glitter. It's really pretty. So they actually have another one that's similar to this that I think has more like colors in it, but this one's mostly just silver and it's really pretty. So I have yet to try the black and the silver one, but I've also yet to try this blue one. So we're gonna use that today. I'm very excited. And this is also this is also a good way to show you guys that you can use color in your eye look and not have it be like frightening. So I know that blue eyeshadow can be really intimidating, and I completely understand that. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna try to show you guys as best as I can what the tip of this one looks like. So looks like that. These are very similar to, I would say, the Stila liquid eyeshadows. These are really good dupes for those. Obviously, e.l.f. doesn't have a huge color range like Stila does, but these are a lot more affordable and they look beautiful on. So I'm going to apply this. So you guys will see. One swipe, ready? Boom. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, this blue. I love blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. So I'm a little biased, but I really like this color. This is so pretty. And e.l.f. is honestly killing the game with so many of their products. I don't know how many of you guys have had the chance to try e.l.f., but they've come out with some really good stuff, and it's all either like $1, $3, $5. Like, it's super, super affordable. Like, I know a lot of people say like, oh, it's drugstore makeup, like it's affordable, but some drugstore products are like kind of expensive. Like some of them are like $16 to $30 in some cases. So it's like, it might be drugstore, but that doesn't mean it's always the most affordable thing. But these ones, this is really affordable. e.l.f. as a brand is extremely affordable, which I really like. So what I'm gonna do with this, because these do tend to dry a little quickly, I'm going to take a little fluffy brush. I could grab one anywhere over here. Help, SOS. Okay, I'm just gonna take this random one. This is from Crown Brushes. I almost never use this brush. Wow, okay. And I'm just gonna blend out the edges just so that it's not like a super harsh line. Yeah, see what I mean? They dry hella quick. So, I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit. And also, if you don't think the brush is really doing a lot for you, you can always just use your finger. Because I know a lot of people like to do that too. This blue shade in particular is actually being a little hard to work with. I'm not really sure why. With the other ones that I use, I really never have this problem. So this is a little patchy. Don't really know why, but we're gonna fix it, so it's gonna be fine. Okay, so I blended away the harsh lines a little bit, so that does look a little bit better. This is definitely something that I feel like if you wanted to, you could always add a base down to make sure that you're not really getting any patchy spots. But again, it's e.l.f., so this is a drugstore product. However, I didn't have this problem with the other shades, or maybe it's just because I'm not using like a real eye primer. I'm not 100% sure, but I promise this product is still really nice. So I do recommend all of these colors. They're very pretty. You just have to know how to apply them properly, and I kind of messed up. So I think that was also a little user error on my part. Okay, so I think I'm finished with my eyes. So I would definitely suggest, if you guys are gonna get any of the darker shades of this glitter liquid eyeshadow, that you use something as a base. So either the same color eyeshadow, or maybe just like an eye primer in general. It could totally be that because I'm wearing concealer, it's not applying the same way as it would if I was wearing an eye primer. When I wear the rose gold shade, which is the one I wear the most often because it's a really pretty like neutral color, I never really have this problem, or at least I haven't noticed it. But I do still think that it is of really good quality considering the price point. So if you were on a budget and you're looking for something that's a little sparkly, just a little pop of color, I still would suggest these. I would just suggest to make sure that you have something that can go underneath it, just in case if you want to like be safe, or you want to make sure you're not having to deal with any extra problems or spending any extra time on your eyes that you don't want to be spending. Because if you're in a hurry, you want to make sure that you're doing everything you can so that you can avoid that. So I did have a little trouble. I cannot. Trouble and problem apparently make problem. But I did have a little trouble like trying to blend it out a little bit, which was kind of frustrating because it is a glitter shadow. However, glitter shadows, at least the ones that I've used, they do tend to dry a little quickly. So have a brush on hand if you want to try to blend something out. But overall, I think it still looks pretty good considering this is the only thing I have for eyeshadow on my eyes right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with falsies. And this is gonna sound kind of weird because you're usually like, you don't think of affordable like drugstore makeup and false lashes, at least I usually don't. But I am obsessed with this particular brand. I am in love with them. Literally everything they come out with is good. Like, it's so good. So, here we go. I'm going to be going in with the Dubai lashes from the Makeup Shack. I love these lashes. They are absolutely stunning. The person who turned me onto these lashes is actually Christy Kellum on Instagram. I love her. I think she's Christy Kellum here on YouTube as well, but I love her. She was the one who informed me, I guess, informed Instagram on my personal page about the Makeup Shack and their lashes, and they're really nice. They're very affordable. They're really not expensive at all. So I would definitely recommend these. Let me actually look up the pricing for you guys so that you can see how much these are. So these Dubai lashes are $8.99, so very affordable. So we love that. Okay, so now that we have our lashes on, we're going to move on to the face. And for the face, for primer, I have been using this for a while. You've probably seen me use it in my last couple of YouTube videos if you have been watching them, or if you have been following along with, I don't know, I haven't really done a full face Instagram video lately. So yeah, if you've been following me on my YouTube page, then you know I've been using this for a while. This is the Makeup Obsession All A Blur Priming Stick. and I will look this up for you guys just to make sure that I have the price. So you can get this at Target for $14.99, so this is a little bit more in terms of like price, but it's still pretty affordable. On their website, it is $15 even, so honestly, it's the same price basically. But just so that you guys know, it is $14.99 at Target apparently, so not really sure why. But yeah, so this is their Ala Blur Pore Priming, God, I can't speak today. Pore Blurring Primer, my goodness. So basically, literally all I do with this is I literally just go over my whole face. I know it doesn't sound very sanitary, but I feel like you get it better on your face this way than if you were to take a brush and apply it that way. You could also probably take a sponge and run it over this, but this is just how I do it. I know it's kind of gross, but it works. We're going to go into concealer because I always like to do the concealing and highlighting. Jeez. I like to do the conceal and contour part before my foundation. It's just how I've been doing my makeup a lot recently, so I'm going to be doing that first. Here I'm going to use what I used earlier, the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer, and I'm just going to go underneath my eye, right on the corner here, and up towards my brow bone. A little bit on my chin, nose, and of course, forehead. So now I'm just gonna blend this in with my e.l.f. sponge. This is also an e.l.f. sponge. I think this was like $3. I will double check for you guys. And I will also give you guys the pricing of the concealer. I've also heard a lot of good things about the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, but I have also heard that it is a little bit too hydrating. So for oily skin people like me, it might not be the best for your under eyes, but you can always try it. So in terms of contouring or like bronzing, the only affordable cream product that I have is the CoverGirl, jeez you guys, I cannot speak today. The ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Dark 48, and it does look very bronzy on me, so don't judge the way this looks at first. I just wanted to make sure that I had something for every step of my routine. So I'm going to put just a little bit on my cheek because a lot comes off of this. So see how it looks like hella orange? Definitely not the color that I wanted when I ordered it, but it's not gonna look this crazy once I have the rest of my face on, I promise. But if you wanted to get a cream product for contouring and bronzing, they do have, I think they actually came out with bronzing sticks a little while ago. I don't always shop at ColourPop, even though I really should, honestly. But this is the only cream product that I had, so I just wanted to make sure that I had something for you guys. I look like a freaking clown right now, but I promise that look will go away. This looks so orange on me, this is kind of crazy. Because I like to have a cool toned contour look, and this was what I thought was going to be more along those lines, and I think I just severely, you know, mistook the color on the website, so it is what it is. I think I can live with it. I really don't use this particular contouring product that much because I have the Huda one, but for this video I was like, whatever, I have it, I can use it, it's fine. Okay, so now moving on to the part which will make us not look so psychotic. So I'm going to be using the PIXI Beauty H2O Skin Tint. This is technically like a BB cream, but the other drugstore or like more affordable product that I had wasn't really my shade. It is a little lighter than me right now, so since it is summertime I am a little bit darker, and as you probably saw from my previous video, I have been using a face tanning product, so I am a little bit darker than usual. But I'm going to put this on my hand. Okay, and this is, oh my gosh, hold on, pause. I need to tell you guys the pricing of everything that I just did. Sorry. CoverGirl. True Blend Concealer. Okay, so it actually gives you a list of the places that you can buy it, which is pretty cool. So you can get it on Amazon for $7.94, Walmart.com for $7.94, Ulta.com for $11.99, Target.com for $7.99, Walgreens.com for $7.99, and CVS.com for $10.99. So, just to let you guys know that. Okay, so their concealer is $7 on ColourPop's website. So that is their no filter matte concealer. And the PIXI Beauty Skin Tint, here we go, H2O Skin Tint, yeah, $24 on their website. And now I'm just gonna dip my sponge in this, and then I'm going to go in. This is in the shade Nude, just so you guys are aware of that. And while I'm here, I will be completely honest about this particular product. The only reason that I'm using this in this look today is because I thought it would match me more than the other product that I have does. But I don't think I would purchase this again because I have very oily skin, and usually when I wear this, it just kind of like wears off throughout the day, even if I'm wearing a primer. So this makeup I'll probably take off afterwards. I just wanted to show you guys the things that you can do with drugstore makeup. So this is not my first preference. Usually when I go to drugstore makeup, I like Maybelline and CoverGirl foundations are really good. I really like those. The Makeup Revolution one that I have that's a little bit too light for me is really nice. That one is not very expensive at all. It's like $12. So being that this is a little bit more up in price, and the fact that it doesn't do exactly what I need it to, I know that it is a BB cream, so like I get that, but it still doesn't stay on as long as I need it to, even with primer. And it's advertised as one of the more matte BB creams that I could even find when I was at the store at the time. So just to let you guys know, this is definitely not my favorite drugstore foundation that I would have used, but it's the only one I really had, and I didn't have the ability to go to the store and get something else. So just to let you guys know that. No shade to PIXI Beauty. I do really like a lot of their stuff. Like their highlighter is amazing. Their liquid Fairy Lights eyeshadows are really pretty. I just didn't want to use like everything PIXI in this video because I do have quite a lot from them actually. It's just this particular product is not my favorite. So now that our face is on, I am just going to go in with our setting powder, which I do think will help this look a lot. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent Powder. This is the matte and poreless. It is a pressed powder. I know they have a loose one, but I have been using this one, and I do really like this actually. Their Maybelline's Fit Me collection honestly just went really hard, and I really love them for that. So I'm gonna take my Morphe E48 brush and just start patting this into my skin. And if you even wanted to with this type of product, you could even use a sponge to press it into your skin. I think you could definitely get away with doing that as well. I have done that before. Okay, and then to give you guys the pricing of the Maybelline Fit Me powder, I am looking that up right now. Okay, so you can get this on Maybelline's website for $7.99. Okay, so now moving on from powder, we're going to go into our bronzer, and I am going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. This stuff smells freaking amazing, but other than that, this is a really nice bronzer. Definitely will give you that sun-kissed look you're going for. Very bronzy. I think compared to like the Hoola one from Benefit, this is definitely more warm toned. Kind of more of like a, almost a peachy kind of. But it's very pretty on the skin. Honestly though, I think one of my favorite parts about drugstore products is like being able to show people that you don't have to spend so much money on makeup for good makeup, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be a whole big thing. And to be honest, like some of the better like highlighters that I've had are from the drugstore. Like honestly, I also have so many mascaras that I love from the drugstore. Like the the drugstore mascaras are some of the better ones that I've tried. Like I've tried a lot, Like, I love the Tarte ones, which I know I've talked to you guys about. I really love the Thrive Cosmetics one that I've been using. That one's $24. But the drugstore mascaras are really, really nice. I literally always have one, like, on deck just in case I need it, because I know that, like, regardless, I can use it and I'll be happy with the results, you know? Okay, so the variety of the butter bronzers are all available for $15 even. So that is a pretty good price for drugstore in terms of, like, it's a little bit up there for drugstore, but it's still not bad. Like, that's pretty good. Not everything at the drugstore is going to be $5, so that's a pretty good price considering this will last you a while and it smells so, so good. So I definitely would suggest a butter bronzer from them if you're looking for an affordable bronzer. So now what we're gonna do is go in with our blush, and if you have been following me for a while, or even like just my last couple of videos, you'll know what's coming. So I'm gonna be using the MILANI Baked Blush. This is in the shade Luminoso. I actually never really tried Milani products before their blush, and I'm honestly so obsessed with it. It's so pretty, especially this color. It's such a pretty, like, pinky peach, and it's so good for summer. I literally love it so much. And what I've also noticed is I actually took a day where I only wore blush. I didn't wear, like, bronzer or highlight or anything. I just wore blush, and this has a nice little shimmer to it as well. So, like, you could wear this, and if you didn't want to wear a whole bunch of highlight, you could still wear this and, like, see how it, like, shimmers a little bit? Like, that's the blush, which is really pretty. So if you wanted, like, a subtle glow, then I would definitely suggest this. So I had to pause and charge the battery to my camera again because the light was literally flashing red at me, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna take a break for a minute. So I'm back, but I just wanted to tell you guys the price of the Milani Baked Blush. I'm just gonna go to their website. So it looks here like their baked blush is $7.99, so pretty good price. Honestly, these are fantastic blushes, so that is amazing. So before I put on highlight and my lips, I'm gonna go in with mascara. I'm not gonna put anything on the lower end here because, well, I technically could put the blue eyeshadow on here, but honestly, I think I just want to do mascara and leave the focus on the upper part of the eyes today. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. This also has coconut oil in it, I believe, to help nourish your eyelashes. Okay, so now that we have our mascara on, I'm going to go in with my highlights. And for highlight is one of the PIXI products that I am obsessed with. So this is the PIXI Beauty highlight in the shade Delicate Dew. It actually has technically two shades. One's lighter, one's more like a golden shade. As you can tell, this is very loved. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a lot of, like, powder in here, or a lot of, like, a lot of fallout from on the top here, and there's some serious dents in this highlight. I love this highlight. It is so beautiful, and it is just, it gives off a beautiful, like, nice blinding highlight, and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe packing brush. This is the M501. Look at that. That is so freaking pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that. So for the lips today, I'm going to be going again in with an e.l.f. product. This is honestly such a good idea, and I don't know if, you know, other people have probably thought of this and I just haven't seen the products, but I really like this idea. So e.l.f. came out with these lipstick duos, and they have a shade to wear during the day and a shade to wear during the nighttime. And I know I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I really like this because obviously the day shade is a little bit lighter than the night shade. And I'm, of course, going to be using the day shade because I'm not planning on going out tonight. So it's not a huge tube, it's not a huge amount of product, but it's really pretty on the lips, and that's what we're going to be doing today. And then, of course, because I'm obsessed with glosses right now, I'm going to be putting on a clear gloss. So I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Obsession Plumping Lip Gloss. This is actually one of the more subtle, like, plumping glosses. Like, I've worn this on a couple occasions and it really wasn't, like, a plumper. Like, I've been using the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Gloss thing, and that one I can definitely feel like significantly. Not that it's bad that you can't feel this that much, it's just very subtle, which is good because if you really don't want like an extreme, like, oh my gosh, like my lips are noticeably like feeling something, then this is definitely a good option for you. So I'm going to apply this. This is a really pretty gloss, so you can put it over top of pretty much anything because it is clear. So I do really like this gloss. The only thing I don't like about glosses like this is when it's the squeeze tube, is I feel like when there's so much on the applicator, I feel like it's harder to apply, and then the color of whatever you're wearing before you put this on gets onto the applicator because it's wet, and especially if it's not like a matte lipstick that you already have on, there can be a little bit of color transfer. I have been so bad with the pricings on these, I'm so sorry. So with the Maybelline mascara, I'm sorry. This is so not how I wanted to do this video. I wanted to do it where like before I told you, or like before I applied the product, I told you how much it was and everything, but that did not work. So I'm just gonna tell you everything right now. I will also have everything with the prices and everything listed in the description box below, so that I know since this video is a little all over the place, you guys will definitely have an organized way of being able to find the prices for everything. There is a waterproof version of this as well, just to give you guys that information. But that Maybelline mascara is $10.49 MSRP. Via their website. And then for the PIXI Beauty Highlight, so this is part of their Glowy Glossomer Duo, so that's what the product is called. The shade is Delicate Dew, and this one, these are $18. So like I said, PIXI does have, they tend to be more higher priced, but they do have some very good products. So I would definitely recommend their highlight for sure. When we go to the e.l.f. website, their Day to Night Lipstick Duo is $5, so really nice because you get 2 different shades, so that's really cool. The Makeup Obsession Clear Gloss, so it is part of their Mega Plump Lip Gloss collection, and those are all $7, so the one that I was using along with any other color that you might want to have is $7. And also right now they are having a 3-for-2 sale, which this is a really good time to buy. I usually only buy from them when they have these sales going on, because you get 3 products for the price of 2 of them, and I think they take, like, what do they take? In my experience, from what I remember, I can't promise that this is the case, but I think they take like the 2 most expensive products in your cart, and like that's what your price is, but you get a 3rd one basically for free. So not a bad deal, especially because their products are still very affordable. So I think that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know I was kind of all over the place, but we got everything out there. I will have all the information for you guys in the description box below. If you guys would like to see me do maybe a full face of a specific brand of makeup, whether it be drugstore or high-end, please let me know in the comments below, or send me a DM or comment on one of my pictures on Instagram, any of the above. And speaking of which, make sure to follow my makeup Instagram. It's at ash_slay_MUA, so that you guys can keep up with my makeup stuff, and you will always know when I post a new video because I always talk about it whenever they go live. So yeah, and now that we have reached this point in the video, if you guys liked this video, which I really hope you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I post a brand new video. And last but not least, of course, as I'm going to say from now on in probably every video, make sure to express yourself, be genuine, and be kind, because that's what we're all about here on my channel. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!